intuitive math, pi. As many people know, pi is 3.14159 and so on. And people may also know that pi is circumference, perimeter of a circle, divided by the diameter, a line going from the opposite sides of a circle and through the middle. But wait, isn't circumference pi times diameter, or 2 pi r? We're using pi to find pi. So how are we able to figure out that pi is what it is? One of the simplest ways to find pi was found out by a guy 2,000 years ago, Archimedes. By taking two squares and putting one around the outside of a circle with a diameter of 1 and another on the inside, we can say that their circumference, which would just be pi, is somewhere between the two values, specifically in the middle. This example would result in pi being between 2.8 and 4, or 3.4. But Archimedes didn't stop at squares. In fact, he actually started with hexagons and worked up to shapes with more sides because they'll get closer to circles than squares and lesser-sided shapes. But how do we find the perimeters of these shapes? First, we find the angle formed by the diagonals intersecting the middle of our shape, which is represented by 360 divided by how many sides we have. Now, to find the inside perimeter, we follow the formula sine of the angle divided by 2 and multiply that by the number of sides. For the outside perimeter, we do tangent of the angle divided by 2 times the sides. Finally, we take the two perimeters, add them, and divide by 2 to find the middle value. Eventually, if we continue with more and more sides forever, we find pi, but really, after a shape with 512 sides, we get an accuracy of 99.999686244%.